So one advantage that we have on gold actually is the fact that you can get it on a centralized exchange. It basically means that you can see all of the volume that goes through on gold, which is a big advantage over FX. So this is the gold futures, and this here measures the volume. We've got a couple of indicators on there, and I've got the 50 moving average and the 200 here. So the sort of really easy thing to always check with the market is, is the 50 above the 200? In which case, you can consider that as a potential uptrend. And where is the price relative to all of that? Well, it's kind of ranging on the 50 moving average, kind of forming this little bit of a triangle here. And it's now ready to decide where we go next. What's interesting is that this kind of pattern here looks similar to what we did over here, where we ended up correcting. So it'd be interesting to see what happens next. One of the things that I like to do is I like to study what's gone on in the past. So if I just kind of take that resistance line there, you can kind of see that's where the last sort of push up, where we got to this high on quite a while ago, around August 2011, that's kind of where we failed. And if you kind of take that line, you can see that would essentially, if you kind of mirror that, you can see that we're not yet above that line. So right now, you could argue that a really simple conclusion, you can see how nice and reactive that is there. So gold right now is really got to break through this line for me to be more bullish on it. I think in the past it's kind of failed to go above here, and it could do the same thing again. Now it's kind of a long way away, but you could also consider the fact that the market has made a higher high. I mean, we're talking about a 10-year high, and the fact that the MACD has not, you could actually say that is, that's divergence. I don't know how I've got that up there, but so there's some divergence there, and right here the MACD line is below the zero line. It's trying to push up. So you can see here, guys, the last time we had a push up through the zero line, that's where we had the big move up. Hasn't quite happened yet. We did have one here as well. We got a sort of small move up. And over here, if you guys have a look, last time the MACD was above the zero line, the market went up quite a bit. So for me, I think we're in the consolidation phase. Now, what I've just done there is quite important work, because you've got to understand the context of what you're trading. So let's get my pen out. So context is really important, because you have to understand, right now, if you kind of looked at it in simple, if just, I guess, like in really simple terms, without any of this other work, the thing that you would say is, oh, we're in an uptrend, so therefore I should be buying. And that's kind of where people go wrong. The thing that you need to really understand is that right now we are in a range, and the market is trying to figure out which direction it's going to go. You could even, and this is a weekly chart, by the way, so a higher time frame. So you could even just kind of connect these lows here. You can see there's some kind of good support here. So right now, what the market is showing us is that, one, we're in a kind of battle zone, and we're kind of in a price discovery mode. So we're trying to figure out which way we're going to go. And for me, if you want to kind of consider the long side in terms of the longer term, then we have to break through this double line here, and ideally you want to find yourself somewhere here. And this is kind of like I'm going to put this as I'm going to say BB. We'll actually make this BBZ. It's our breakout buy zone. So if the market basically breaks above and closes above, then you'd be looking for gold to go much higher, and I'll kind of give you some clues as to where it might go. The other thing that I'd want to see on such a break would be ideally an increase in volume. So you can see down here that volume is pretty much kind of holding around here. So ideally you have a nice bullish bar here, and the volume bar goes above this red line. That would give you an extra confirmation that this is not going to be a fake out, because that can happen, by the way, guys. You can get these fake breaks. So in terms of current opportunities, what do I see? Well, since we are, as we said, there's two things. Since we're in a range and price discovery, the thing that you want to focus on is short-term opportunities. And since we're at a high point, you may want to consider kind of like using this as a block to find some short-term sell opportunities. Where that changes, as I said, is if we kind of break above there. So I'll just give you some clues as to where this market might go. I'm just going to add in my fibs and see where we are. And I can kind of tell you if we do break up, where the next leg up is. So I'll kind of go back down here. So let me just use my auto fibs to make this quicker. All right. Let's do auto, and I'll make this as full screen. So what do we have? We have, okay, that's quite interesting. So right now, next move up will take us to about this area here. Now, even kind of looking at this myself, I actually think that the realistic target for me would be probably to take this back up to these highs. According to the fibs, what we've got here, guys, is the market has basically gone to basically a very deep pullback. So it's kind of done this, and that normally, so our indicator will automatically pick the deepest pullback, in which case would be the grey. But because it's gone a little bit further, in my experience, I'd expect this market to stop going up around here. So this high point, which actually quite interestingly brings you up to this line as well. So that's on the sort of first move, but potentially we break this, especially if it's like a big move, and then we can start planning for a move higher. But right now, I'd say the short term is to focus on the downside, and then we'll see how well this kind of line holds here as well. Should we have a quick? Have we got time to have a quick look at the smaller time frames?
Yeah, we got about 7 minutes. So so yeah, let's jump in.
Let's jump in. So I'm going to try and keep this fairly simple. Let me just clean this up a little bit.
So guys, whilst Andy's cleaning up his chart, if you want to learn how to do this, you're looking at it and you're thinking, wow, I wish I could do this. Or maybe you know a little bit, but you want to extend your knowledge so that it can turn into wisdom by taking action on the charts. It's Black Friday weekend this weekend. We have got some amazing deals coming up for you. It literally is crazy time here at the London Trading Institute. So that is a massive plug to take a look out for your emails and start looking out for the deals, whether you're a current student and you want to expand your learning, whether you're brand new to the group and you want to start doing this like Andy, then take care to pay attention for the emails that are coming out this week, because we've got some free training. And if you like what you see, then there's going to be some amazing offers in there for you for Black Friday. So pay attention to your emails. With that being said, hopefully that's given you enough time to get your next chart ready for us.
Yeah, so this is a 4-hour chart that you can see here. So I've just done like what most people would do. So connected our points, yeah, connected our low points. And you can kind of see on the 4-hour time frame that we've actually broken through here. So we broke through, and you know, for a lot of people, they'd be kind of looking at this as a bullish momentum up, which is okay. Now, here's a couple of things, because we said on the higher time frames that that's possible, right? So it could do that. But here's the kind of acid test for me. You want to kind of identify a level of kind of resistance that basically is important. And that level of resistance, just from what I can see very quickly, is here. So around 1813 is a key level. Now, here's why it's a key level, because this is kind of like a ceiling, right? This is a good, it's the last, also it's the last time we acted as resistance. So this becomes a natural future support for the market. So if this market is going to attempt to go higher, here's what you'd expect. You'd expect the market to kind of, if it's going to come back, react, and then start to take off. If it doesn't, and the market closes below, automatically that there becomes a short. So that's called a fake out. So just bear that in mind. Now, one clue that we can find right now is we can definitely have a quick look at the volume to see what it currently looks like. So what you really ideally want to see is when the market breaks up, you kind of want to see good volume, and that's not bad. That's a really strong bar. And then it's kind of, this is a 4-hour time frame. It's just kind of been a bit, you know, there's a bit of selling volume coming in. So it's kind of mixed at the moment. Now, the other thing I can do is I'm going to just put in my upfits here, because I want to see, and that makes it a bit messy, but I just want to kind of see where we are relative to the cycles on the lower time frame. And we are basically, let's have a look, A, B, C. So we have a point right here of resistance, 1835. So this little small version, and then the next one would be down there. But that's where the A is. So you kind of want it to hold a little bit above that. So if this is going to hold, guys, then you would be looking to buy this. On the bull side, you'd be looking to buy it, and you'd probably want to put your stop somewhere like there. So why? Because you want to make sure this is going to be a test if it comes back down here. This is going to be a battle zone right there, okay? And we don't know who's going to win. But what might happen is the bears might just almost think they've won, and then they don't win, but then you're stopped out because you've gone really tight. So just give it a little bit of room. You've got a nice high point there. You could be looking to buy this and take it up to the next level, which is about there. If it kind of holds here, okay. So if it holds around here, if it goes a bit lower, then as for those who are students, they'll understand that our target goes down. I think on the bull side, I actually like this target here. So I'm actually thinking, is this market going to go down a little bit further? Because the way the fibs work, guys, in case for those that are new to us, you need to kind of look at the colors. And so wherever the market stops, that's where you'd expect it to kind of go in terms of its target. So if this market was to go down to this yellow line there, okay, then you'd expect the market to kind of stop around that yellow line. That looks like an interesting idea. And that's one possibility. The flip side, as I said, if we close below 1813, I'd be looking to pull for the pullback to sell. So there and then sell. Now, again, for those that have our indicators, I would use the DTR for this, because you could get in on pretty much the low of the day and try and see if the market's going to hold. So let's say, I don't know if I've got the DTR on trading. So the DTR is better on our, I don't know if these are going to work, to be honest. No. It's better on MT4 anyway. So use the one on MT4 if you've got it. And then you can look to buy at the low of the DTR and then see how it bounces. the way you'd want it to do is you wouldn't want it to just to stay there. You'd want it to just bounce. If it just stays there, likelihood is that we're going to push lower. So a close below here, look for a pullback, and then look to take the short. This kind of target here is about 1887. If I go back to that weekly chart, let's have a look at 1887, where that takes us to. Is it achievable? 1887 is still within the two lines, right? It's there. So it's really not a big deal to get to 1887. Also on the weekly chart, guys, you can see there's a really nice horizontal level there. So there's every chance we could make that attempt and go and test that high there. So yeah, I think right now you could focus on the fact that you do have that room, strong bullish weekly bar before. You've got this resistance. You could definitely try and take it back up to there and even slightly higher up to the 1618. If 1813 fails and it closes below it, I'd be looking to shortlist, and then you can target basically pretty much anywhere down to as low as that before another kind of key decision point needs to be made. So there's kind of two scenarios there really, and we have to kind of, you can play both. You can play both. So
cool. So that's live analysis number one. That's the gold breakdown for. How long would you say that's good for? Is this, obviously you've given us some day trading ideas there as well, but longer term, how long would you say that this kind of covers that?
Well, this is
depending upon where price goes.
Yeah, I mean, this is a weekly chart, so you've got to think. You know, if you look at this weekly chart, each of these is weeks, and we are kind of stuck in this range right now. So this could be, it could stay here for months, and that's what it's been doing. You know, since pretty much since September. It's been September 2021. Or is it? No, sorry, September 2020. So it's been doing this for over a year now. It's just stuck here. So I think the opportunities right now are short term. I think if you're going to buy long term, you might be stuck in this for a while. And it's kind of 50-50 which way it goes right now, in my opinion.
Cool. Okay, guys, for the gold traders and investors out there, hopefully that has given you some clarity. Alvaro's in the house. Good to have you with us, mate. What about the imbalance directly underneath from 1841 to 1826? I'm not sure when that came in. You may have already covered that. Yeah, I think that was about 5 minutes old. So maybe that comment's already been covered. If it hasn't, then just let us know. Hopefully that's given you a bit more clarity as well, Alvaro. So with all of that being said, we've concluded the gold chart analysis and the kind of short-term and longer-term outlook on gold. Let's jump over into the biggest FX news of the week. And then from there, as usual, during our live show, we're going to do giving Andy a 15-minute time frame to find a professional FX trading setup. So we'll do the news first, then we'll jump into the FX challenge and see what we can find for this week. So how's the week looking for the news of FX this week, mate?